Here's an interesting fact about me. I like music. So guess what we're doing today? Now, I'm gonna be breaking down the first song from the Alexander Hamilton Broadway musical. It's because over the past 2 years, I've listened to this song about once or twice. I've listened to this entire soundtrack either consecutively in the week or once or twice a week or once or twice every other week or 2 times every month. I listen to this song. I listen to the soundtrack a lot. It's my favorite musical. And so um I listen to it a lot. There are other musicals that I enjoy also, but like I like this one specifically because of the rapping and the cadences of each song. And I feel like I gained I gained a liking to it because of like clips I was hearing on TikTok 2 years ago. And then I was like, okay, let me listen to the soundtrack. And I liked almost all the songs. My favorite is Satisfied. And then my second favorite would be Wait for It, you know. But I love the entirety of this musical because from start to finish of the soundtrack, there's foreshadowing. There's mentionings of things you wouldn't know until you watch the full thing. There's like little snippets and little like it's just a is you each time you listen or each time you watch this musical, you learn more about how like how Lin-Manuel Miranda really put this all together. And there's smaller parts within this big part, and I just really like that, you know. So first, I'm gonna I'm not gonna play the song because I don't want to get my video taken down. So I'm gonna look up the lyrics, and that's what we're gonna do. The first song on the entire soundtrack is Alexander Hamilton. That is the man that this play is about. Not play. That is the man that this musical is about. That is the dude that is literally what we're talking about. Okay. So Aaron Burr starts off this entire thing. He's narrating this entire musical. That's one thing in itself. And you'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Okay. It starts off, how does a bastard orphan, son of a whore, and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished in squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? So basically, Aaron's like, how the hell does this man, who literally has everything against him, he is nothing, how does he become up here? How does he become up here? I'm confused. That don't make no sense. He Aaron Burr was disgusted by the fact that this happened as he was saying these lyrics. The next person to speak is John Lawrence, who is Hamilton's best friend. Okay. The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter. Okay. So first person talking is Aaron Burr. Okay, the second person talking, John Lawrence. So we got Hamilton's frenemy to begin with, and then Hamilton's best friend. And Hamilton's best friend is basically just saying exactly who Hamilton is. He's on the $10 bill, which I didn't know that's who that was. My bad. My bad. He's a founding father. So again, it's like we're already stating who this person is in case you don't know who he is. Got a lot farther by working a lot harder. He had to work harder because he had so much put against him. Remember what Aaron Burr was talking about in the beginning? All that bad stuff he was saying? He had to work, basically, Hamilton had to work a lot harder, a lot smarter. He had to keep going, you know, like because everything's against him. Next is Thomas Jefferson. We'll get to that later. But Thomas Jefferson is the next person to say something. And every day, while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the ways, he struggled to keep his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Again, he wanted to be something great. He wanted to be a part of something great. Again, because he had all this stuff against him, he still wanted to be a part of something great. And that's saying a lot, you know? But that was from Thomas Jefferson. Now, I'm not, since this is the first song on the track, I'm not gonna get so deep into it because I really want to just dissect it song by song. You know, next person to speak is James Madison. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain. I think that line's so like funny in the sense that it's a hurricane, rain, drip down drain. You know what I'm saying? Um, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. This is when he started writing. The hurricane ensued that spark, and he started writing. Right? Okay, cool. Back to back to Burr. Well, word got around. They said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send them to the mainland. Get your education. Don't forget where you came from. And the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Again, Burr is speaking. I think that's so crazy that Burr is a part of this whole like introduction of Hamilton. Cause that man don't like But okay, so the island people came up with a bunch of money to get this kid to be something great. So although he started from the bottom, he had all this stuff put against him, he had that community to save up and get him to like get him out to get somewhere that to be something. Okay. Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you wait. Just you wait. It's something. I may even go deeper into it and explain how each part references to another song in the future. But anyways, so um he's saying, I'm Alexander. This is the first time we actually hear him speak, and he's introducing himself, okay? And there's a million things I haven't done. So he's still young, so he's like, I got a lot of things I want to do, and I'm gonna do them, you know? And then next person to speak is Eliza Hamilton, his wife. When he was 10, his father split full of it, debt ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in her own sick, the scent thick, and Alex got better, but his mother went quick. So this is Eliza explaining that family issue because she is his wife. The family issue, him and his mom got sick, but his mom ended up passing away. His father is already out of the picture, so he has no dad. His mom passed away, you know. So now he's alone, okay? Moved in with his cousin committed, left him with nothing but ruined pride, something new inside, a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. Okay, this one. So this is said by George Washington, which is the commander. Like this is Alexander's commander. Is also our first president. Um, don't mind my alarm. It's also our first president. And again, that family thing. So Alexander was by himself because his mom passed away. Then he went staying with his cousin, but something took over his cousin. And since that, like, he just didn't think the cousin didn't think they could be here anymore. And so they left the world. Um, and then it ruined Hamilton's pride. I feel like that sentence right there, maybe it ruined his pride because he felt like he couldn't save his cousin. You know? I don't know. And that is sung by not only George Washington but Company, and Company is like the ensemble. But anyways, now we're back to Burr. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a cent of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and other things he can't afford, scamming for every book he can't afford. And now we got scamming for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man. Okay. So I'm wrong. The people scoundreled up money, and the that other one's talking about to get him to school, I think, or just to get him out of that situation he was in. Sure, because it's saying right here that he was working. He was working. He was doing stuff for the landlord, his mama's landlord. And then trading sugar and rum and other things. He can't afford the stuff he's trading. Okay, see. That's why the reading the lyrics is because I can sing the lyrics, but I'm not. You know. And then in New York, you can be a new man. Keep that in mind, because then it repeats in New York, you can be a new man with Hamilton and Company, but Company is saying in New York you can be a new man, and here comes Hamilton going, just you wait, which again, that just you wait thing. There's a song in here called Wait For It, and it is sung by Aaron Burr. That is so like the irony. Anyways, okay. And then it keeps going in New York. You wait, yeah, whatever. And then it goes, Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you. You could never back down. You never learn to take your time. Company. Now that I'm listening to it, it sounds like they're speaking in past tense. Like you never could back down and you never learned to take your time. We are waiting in the wings for you. I'm guessing these people are in heaven because they're waiting in the wings. That's what I'm assuming. And it goes, oh, Alexander Hamilton, America sings for you. Do they know what you overcame? Do they know you wrote the game? The world will never be the same. Again, they're speaking in past tense. So I feel like at this point, they're speaking as if he's already passed. Like he's gone from in this little section. And then here comes Burr, and it's still Company as well. The ship is in the harbor now. See if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rep, and America forgot him. His enemies being Burr. His enemies being Burr, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison. But also, Thomas Jefferson's just didn't get along because of their difference in political views. Burr hated this man for all other reasons. But yeah, this is what I've learned from the musical. But his enemies destroyed his rep. They destroyed his reputation, which they didn't. They didn't destroy his reputation. He destroyed his own reputation. I'll get to that. Okay. America forgot him. Again, I never knew of this man. I didn't know of this man until I learned about this musical. Mind you, this musical was made when I was in 5th grade, and I didn't know about it till I was about to graduate college. So that should tell you something. And now it goes to the singularity of people saying how they are connected to him. First one goes, we fought with him, and it's Mulligan, Lafayette, which are a part of his little friend group, but these actors are also playing Madison and Jefferson. So this has a double meaning because they fought with him, and then the other two fought with him, like they were argumentative. You know what I mean? Like they fought together. The other two fought with him. They were always arguing, basically. I thought that was funny. And then the second person to speak is Lawrence slash Philip. The same actor plays both of those characters, and both of those characters died. And they go, this one that was me, I died for him. So spoiler alert, because I'm probably gonna have to explain some stuff. So basically, Lawrence died in the war, but the war was already over. But because of the way messaging worked back then, it didn't get to him in time to tell them the war was over. So he died after the war was over. But he was fighting for Hamilton, you know. And Philip died because he listened to his daddy and put his gun in the sky when he was in a duel and got shot. That's why Philip died. Anyways, but again, someone told me, well, if you believe something, you instill that in your kids. So that's why Hamilton said that to Philip. But it's like, yo, just don't duel. What you doing? Anyways, Washington. Me, I trusted him. Washington is the only person who said I trusted him. And currently editing, and I just realized he said he trusted him because Hamilton is George Washington's right hand man. I forgot that was the whole thing, and it wasn't because. It also tells a tale because he is the only person that says I trusted him, and George Washington doesn't have another father. Whereas not another part. Whereas there's this other character in here who plays as who plays as Eliza's dad as well as Mariah Reynolds' husband. And I was like, so like there are characters like Angelica, she's the only one that plays Angelica. Eliza's the only one that plays Eliza. But it's also like that's just so funny to me that you get your wife's dad is also playing your mistress's husband. I just remembered that. But anyways, George Washington is only the actor only plays George Washington. That's it. But yeah, I just wanted to interject. That's probably why it says me. I trusted him because he was his right hand man. Me, I loved him, which is by Eliza, his wife, Angelica, her older sister, and Peggy. These are the Schuyler sisters. But Peggy, her actress, is also Mariah, whatever her name is, mistress. And I thought that was fucking insane. I thought that was so crazy that like Lin-Manuel had these actors and actresses play two different roles and then they set these lines. I mean, it's intentional. Everything he does is intentional. But I when I peeped that the first time, I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool. That's so smart and so cool." And I liked how that entire like it all comes together because both of the things they're saying has double meanings. Because Peggy could have loved him as a brother-in-law, and then Maria, she loved him because I forgot to say this too. Angelica also has a double meaning with that love because, of course, she loves him as a brother in law, but she saw Hamilton first. She gave Hamilton to Eliza. Hamilton didn't care what Schuyler sister he ended up with. He just needed what Schuyler sister 'cause he needed money on. Okay. Angelica is in love with Hamilton. Okay. She wants to pursue Hamilton, but then she sees her sister. This is in Satisfied. This is why I love Satisfied. She sees her sister eyeing him too, but she sees that her sister's not going to go for it. So she has to be the one to introduce them, basically. So that's why Angelica is also saying, "Me, I loved him." Also, the Schuyler sisters were his family. The Schuylers were his family. His friends were his family because, again, he's an orphan. He doesn't have his mom. His dad left when he was 10. Whole thing. Anyways, and then the last person to speak is, and me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. Because in the end, Burr kills Hamilton. So, yeah. Um, um, but yeah, that little section always like makes me go like, oh my God, they are all playing two different characters, and each character could mean these things. Because that happens. It's just so I love that part. Anyways. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. Here you go, that wait. And then it goes, "What's your name, man?" Alexander Hamilton. And that's how the first song ends. But then I'm not going to get into the next song right now. I'm just going to do like a little quick synopsis because I want to make this a series where I talk about each song. But basically, the first song, it captures so much foreshadowing, but it also explains, like, of course this is a history production. Basically the man has already passed away, so of course like it would like make sense that some of the things are spoken in past tense, but in this play or musical he's supposed to be alive, like, but also this is the entire tale of Alexander Hamilton. I like it's just so much, like it's such an interesting musical, and like that's why I like it so much is because of not only the way that it's composed but the little snippets of stuff, the little like Easter eggs you find. It's because in one, oh my God, okay, because in one, in the musical itself, there's this one ensemble actress, and she's the bullet that kills Hamilton in the end, but she's also the bullet that killed his son. Also, she's like, she's always like in certain aspects of the play, she's the person touching anyone she touches was supposed to die by her bullet. Basically, that's what that was a theory that people were having. But I remember she was the one that was talking to Philip in the when he was 19 or whatever, and she also was the girl that talked to John Lawrence in the bar or whatever they was doing. It just it's a really interesting play. I really like it a lot. I mean, musical. I really like it a lot. I like theater. Um, I didn't really get into theater a lot in high school due to being in sports and not having enough time for it. But I did audition for a musical once. It was the Addams Family musical. I did not get picked as I am not good with my vocals in the sense that I need to be vocally trained. Like I like singing, but and I can sing. It's just my vocal. Like I have to know my range, and I don't know my range. I just be singing any range, and that's not how that works. Anywho, hope you guys like this video. Um, it's not really like a traditional video. It's literally just me talking because I want to go more into this musical. I like this musical a lot, and I want to explain each song. It's like you could easily find this stuff. You could easily find this stuff on the internet, but like I wanted to talk about it, you know? Anyways, have a lovely day. Bye.